understanding our identity defensively and what we need to do to be successful. For us tonight, when you have the game right before guys are going home for the holidays, you want to make sure that they're focused, they're intentional, and that they understand the task at hand. For the most part, I thought we did that. We disrupted them. We guarded the three-point line. We turned them over, and thought we did a good job when we did that going in transition. So proud of our group, where we're at through these first 12 games. Want them to go home and see their families and get necessary rest, recovery, and those things. And then excited to get back to work and see what we can accomplish together as a group.
Isaiah, obviously a long way for you guys to go this season, but what's the level of satisfaction to get to this point, 12-0?
I mean, definitely proud. I wouldn't use the word satisfaction, really. Every time that the rankings come out and everything, the general thing, we just know the job isn't finished. I mean, it's a good start, but we don't want to be the team that started out good and then flamed out or whatever, the team that got comfortable and the team that got away from everything that got them there. So, I mean, it's cool. It's nice to be recognized. We just went out there and did what we did. But, yeah, just on to the next one.
Tristan, you've been around the Big 12 a couple times. What are your thoughts on where this team is now heading into the Big 12?
I think we're off to a good start. Heading into the Big 12, obviously it's really competitive play. So I think we're ready for it. I think the most important thing is that we just stick to what we've been doing for the past months. And keep listening to the coach, keep putting in the work, and stay together as a team.
Isaiah, you've become something of a double-double machine this season after I don't think you had one in your career coming in. What do you attribute that to?
Really just the coaches, really pushing me to, go out there and get all the rebounds I can. Just go out there, just play with a high motor, go out there, be aggressive on both ends. And I feel like that aggressiveness just translates into production. So I definitely came into the season wanting to get double-doubles like this. So.
One more quick. Tristan, I think you got your first career double-double tonight. Is that same type of commitment you're showing on, stressing, adding the rebounds to your game?
Yeah, for sure. Today I feel like my teammates got me the ball in a lot of positions where I just had to be strong with it. So, props to them. Rebounding-wise, I just try to, do that more and more. Use my body, use my athleticism. Coach really emphasizes it a lot. That is a thing for me to really uplift my game. So, I'm trying to go after that more and more.
Isaiah, what are some of the things on which you guys still have to work when you do get back before January 1st against Baylor?
Really, we can improve on everything. And I feel like that's kind of the scary part. We've done really well up to this point, but, we watch film all the time, and we know that there's things we can improve on with our rotations and with how we run our offense and how we get, the best shot for our team, get guys in positions to be successful. So, on both sides of the ball, we know that there's things that we can work on, things that we can improve on. So.
All right, thank you, guys.
Nice job. Good job, Zay.
Questions for TJ?
It's kind of the same question I asked Isaiah. Just obviously lots of season to go, but to be 12-0 right now, what's validating, I guess, about that for what you guys came in here trying to do?
Well, we came in here trying to establish daily work habits, standards, and a commitment to, for my job, the accountability to upholding those every day. To me, it's pride in our program, which is really important to me because I love Iowa State, I love our fans, and I love this place so much that I want the pride that I have for Iowa State to come out through the actions of our players every time we take the floor. And I'm proud of our guys that they play with tremendous effort night in and night out, regardless of the other things going on. Yet, I know that in this league especially, you need to keep getting better. You need to continue to be detail-oriented with those habits and not have slippage. And you have to be open-minded to continuing to do what you have to do individually and collectively to get better. But we've been fortunate. We've had a very low ego group, a group of guys that likes to play for each other, some leadership and guys that practice hard every day. And so, it's great that we're at this point. I wish we could practice tomorrow. That's probably not a real good idea, so I'll have to be a little patient. But I love working with this group, and I'm excited to get back to work.
TJ, you said you were cutting them loose for a few days or whatever. What is the how many days, when do they come back, and what do you expect out of them, when they get back?
Well, they know what we have in front of us and what we've accomplished and what our habits are. So we'll send them home, whether it's guys driving tonight or in the morning or whenever that may be, or flying tomorrow, and we'll have them back on the morning of the 26th. So they'll get that necessary time that's so important to be with their family, and yet at the same time when they're home, they know what they have to come back to or what standards we've set every day. So I don't like the word rest, and I'm not, I'm much more for recovery, doing the things you need to do. When you're a guy like Isaiah Brockington that goes as hard as he does, his legs probably need a break, but he probably needs to stretch and foam roll and do all those things to keep his body as live as it is. And so, we'll continue to emphasize and talk to our guys about what those habits need to be when they're home, so that when they come back on the 26th, we're ready to go.
Do your international guys stay stateside?
Yes, those guys are staying here, and fortunate that they have teammates that have welcomed them, so they'll have a place to go for the holidays.
TJ, what are some areas tonight that you can point to as teaching points as you come back for obviously a gauntlet of a Big 12 schedule?
Well, as the first half wore on, I felt like two things happened. We separated pretty well early, and then didn't do as good of a job being intentional defensively, and they did a good job getting to the offensive boards. I thought we could have been more physical in that stretch. That also carries over offensively. I didn't think we ran offense as physical as they were switching defense, and when they went 3-2 to 1-3-1, and I know you can say, well, they were changing defenses to keep us off balance. We've seen that, for quite a few games. That's not new for us, and we need our offense to mirror our defense, which is with physicality. It's cutting hard, screening hard, flashing into the paint, and getting those catches. So just felt like we were a little bit stagnant there in our offense and defense for that stretch in the first half, but loved our guys' focus out of the locker room. You could tell it was important, the pride that they had defensively, and felt like that carried over to let us go in transition.
And I'm sure you're not surprised, but how good is it to hear Isaiah struggle with the word satisfied after being 12-0?
Yeah, Isaiah is he's a heck of a competitor. I go back to the first conversation we had, and he talked about what he was looking for in an opportunity. And I asked him how hard he works every day. What are your habits? How much are you willing to give? How much are you willing to lead by example? Do you practice hard every day? Do you get extra work? Do you watch extra film? Because if you want the responsibility that you want, and you want to be that guy, then everybody's watching your actions. Everybody's seeing what you do every day and making a judgment on what they should do. And he has been terrific every single day. He practices like he plays. And so it doesn't surprise me when he plays as well as he does, because he only knows how to do one thing, one way, and it's highly competitive. It's with a winning spirit and a tremendous amount of passion. And I'm fortunate to have such a great player on our team, and excited to see what he'll continue to do.
Thank you, TJ.
Thanks. Yep.
Okay.
Travis, you stay up all night writing Rim Rock.
feel like everybody should know that I put 0 thoughts into my tweets beyond what it takes to type them
I
into
like
Twitter.
it, it was at least original. I haven't seen that.
Don't you dare try to steal it.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna